Break is a poem by Alfred, Lord Tennyson written during early 1835 and published in 1842. The poem is an elegy that describes Tennyson's feelings of loss after Arthur Hallam died and his feelings of isolation while at Mablethorpe, Lincolnshire. The poem is minimalistic in terms of detail and style. Background: during the Christmas holiday of 1834-1835, Tennyson was working on many poems, including In Memoriam. He also became dissatisfied with his earlier works and was busy revising the poems that he was still willing to see as publishable. Text: Break on thy cold grey stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh well for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh well for the sailor lad, that he sings in his boat on the bay, and the stately ships go on to the haven under the hill. But oh, from the touch of a vanished hand, and the sound of a voice that is still, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Themes: the poem describes feelings of loss and the realization that there is something beyond the cycle of life and death. There is a strong biographical connection with break. The poem contains Tennyson's feelings of melancholy along with his feelings of nostalgia. Tennyson captures his strong emotions in other poems, including Morte d' Arthur, Tithonus, and Ulysses. The suffering felt within the poem is connected to the suffering described in Tennyson's In Memoriam. There is also a connection between the two in that they describe longing for Tennyson's deceased friend Hallam. This appears in the third stanza of Break. Can be classified as an elegy, with the subject being Tennyson's friend Hallam. Like On a Mourner, written a year before, both poems use a very simple style and describe a scene in minimalistic terms. This technique is later used in later elegies written by Tennyson, including Crossing the Bar in the Garden at Swainston, and To the Marquis of Dufferin and Ava. In On a Mourner, Tennyson relies on myth to help with the poem. However, this technique is dropped in Break, while foregoing all other decorative aspects, which distinguishes the poem from other poems written at the time, including Tithonus or Ulysses. Critical response: Michael Thorne, in his 1992 biography of Tennyson, claims, "This poem, so often anthologized, is a perfect example of how biography can be used to reinvigorate a work grown dull with repetition and familiarity." Almost certainly written during this visit to Mablethorpe, knowledge of the biographical background creates a cinematically clear image of the cloaked poet looking resentfully at the cheerful fisherman's child, the equally jovial sailor, and the ships at sea. It is one of the great short lyrics